I need to feel your energy today from start to finish.
Come on, let's go.
Let's crank this thing up. It get real ferocious, I'm trying to tell you.
Turn me up all day.
From the locker room to the broadcast booth, breaking news and the truth behind every take from a real NFL insider and television analyst.
Now get ready for the NFL show where the conversation gets real and the fans get a voice. It's time for the Lake Lewis Jr. Show here on ESPN Radio.
And that's football.
Obviously, we have good ones every show. At least I think we do. But we've got a good one today because we're going to need your help. Need your help helping us break down the Washington Commanders' top 10 players for 2026. Not what you are projecting them to be, but what they are right now. Obviously, we know who probably is number one or at least number two. But this is where it's going to get interesting. We're going to need your help helping myself and Alan break this down.
I don't need help.
You don't? You got 10?
All offensive linemen.
Yeah, come on, man. See, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Actually, in fairness, you might have three guys on that offensive line.
You can make a case for it. I will keep it as well rounded as I can possibly have it.
Yeah. So we'll get into that, folks, and then obviously I got to ask the question. I mean, because everyone's having me on their shows talking about it, and we talked about it couple times on this show, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth. And the question is, and this is your show, so these questions are for you to answer. So I want to know, Brandon Aiyuk, yay or nay? After everything that's been happening, is it yay or nay in your book? So let us know your thoughts. You can call us up at 804-327-0888. And then naturally later on in the show, I've got a visitors coming in. One of our proud sponsors and supporters, Nikki Wesley from Nikki's Homemade Salsa or Salsa. Janine tells me all the time, Alan, you can't say salsa because that's dancing, or you have to say salsa. So
she's right.
Is she really?
It's salsa.
Come on, man. Listen, I know that hot salsa would make you dance.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So she's coming in. So you might hear Alan and me crunching a little bit later on in today's program. If you, again, want to get with us today, it's very simple. Once again, because people keep saying I don't give the number out enough, it's 804-327-0888. And you can actually email that number as well. So, Alan, before we start, and get into this, I just got to say, man, the world of sports right now, I'm a little dejected, a little disappointed because I'm seeing some dumb things happening in the world of sports. It started yesterday with the Boston Celtics, man. Like, what the heck are you doing? You let Jaylen Brown, arguably, your second best player, some of you might even say guy Jason Tatum. I would say 1B at best. Okay. You let him go to a divisional regional rival. That's not good. And basically you gave up a couple first rounders, which in today's NBA doesn't mean much if they're not lottery picks. And a 37-year-old and Paul George, who's a really good player, but he's 37 years old, man. So I'm a little dejected about how dumb that was because I think the Sixers got the better end of the deal. And then I'm extremely upset and irritated about a horrific call for Team USA yesterday, man, in the soccer game. It just sucked the life out of everything because you take away Balogun, perhaps their best offensive player, dominant player, and they're going to play Belgium now without him just because of a ref who just seemed clueless for most of the night.
Yeah, no, the cool thing about everything that's been going on is that usually we depend on the drama of the NFL to get us through. But if you think about since OTAs ended between Sorsby, the World Cup and NBA news with LeBron and now Jaylen Brown, Giannis, we've actually been blessed. It's been a pretty fun dead time of the year.
It's good for you guys because you guys talk everything.
Yeah.
This is an NFL show. And I mean, my former life, I had to do all that stuff
I'm
too.
sure the NFL's got us some stuff because they love to get back in the headlines. I'm sure they're working on something.
And that's why we're going to talk about Aiyuk in a little bit.
Ain't nobody paying attention to this nut.
Hey, man, let's see. I knew that's why I wanted to go through that with you today because I know you're probably going to be in the nay category. And I'm in the yay category. So we'll talk about that. But let's get into our Commanders top 10 here. And let's start. I think it's easier to probably start at the top, if you ask me, because we know who's going to filter in the top 3, top 4, maybe even top 5. It's the second 5 that I think where it gets tricky. Okay. So just because, from time constraints and not having a whole lot of time here, I think it's safe to say that you can make an argument that the number 1 player is Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, it starts and ends with him.
So, with your quarterback. So we can just, get Jaden out the way. See, Jaden's going to get a lot of love during the season. But as of the off season right now, I mean, no. We know where he is. So he's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to say, ironically, I'm gonna go with Laramie Tunsil at number 2.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Laramie Tunsil at number 2, except I will say if we put the quarterback Jaden Daniels
then
at
you
1,
got to put Terry.
You got to put his weapon there because
I'm good with that.
Because that tandem is really what's going to propel the Commanders to either new heights or new lows. Like both of them have to be the ones that get it done this year. So to me, they need to be the top performers.
Okay, all right. So I'm okay with that. So we're gonna go Jaden Daniels 1. Yeah, and my glasses are going off as we can hear, and it just doesn't stop. My goodness gracious, they just keep going off. That's the world of meta, folks.
It's like Sean McVay calling that play to Matthew Stafford. Have you seen that clip? He's going through one of those really long West Coast offense plays. It's like 60 words, and he's like, I got it. Okay. Oh my God, he's still going. He's changing the play now. It's hilarious.
So I'm gonna do this real quick, man. This is the life of what we do here, So literally, I'm turning off, everything now. So we're good now, just like that. All right. So we have Jaden Daniels 1. We have Terry McLaurin 2. Would you say Laramie Tunsil 3?
Yeah, I'd go Tunsil 3.
All right. So Laramie Tunsil 3. We haven't shown any defensive love yet, and we're not going to be biased here. This is our top 10 for you guys going into the season. So who do you have at number 4?
I'm just going to be overly optimistic, but also just a fan here.
Mm-hmm.
I got Connolly at 4. I think he's going to take that step and be
took the words right out of my mouth.
I think he's going to be I think you got 2 really good tackles. The way he ended last year, and what we hear about him in training camp and how good he looks, and he's really, really athletic. That was his default when he came in. So if you're telling me he's now added a little bit of grown man size to him, you essentially have 2 Tunsils. Like, you've got 2 really good, athletic, strong tackles, and I think they both are going to get a lot of praise this year.
I can't argue with you there. And you know what? I'm going to make you feel even better because I know you love your offensive lineman. I'm going to go at number 5. I'm going to go Sam Cosmi.
Yeah, no, Cosby's going to be a stud too. The right side of the line is going to be tough.
Ridiculous.
It's going to be tough.
Absolutely ridiculous. So, I mean, are you good with that? Because we didn't name anyone on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, I'm cool with that. And also on the defensive side of the ball, most of the questions are going to come from the defensive side of the ball.
Yep.
I think they've had the most turnover as well.
Yep.
The majority of the offense is the guys we already know. So if we're picking 5, we're going to go with the 5 that we know what they can do and expect them to perform even better than they did last year.
All right. So here we go, folks. We got our top 5, which is Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Laramie Tunsil, Josh Connolly Jr., and Sam Cosmi. That's all offense. All right. So you're right. All the question marks, as Alan just said, are on the defensive side of the ball. There are some guys that are worthy to be in the top 10, in my opinion. So let's keep this thing moving. And I'm just going to put this out there. Number 10, I'm putting Tress Way. I don't care what anyone says. You have to because he's consistent.
I'm cool.
All right. So we're looking for 4 guys pretty much to fill this roster out, fill out this top 10. All right. So I'm going to go Deron Payne at number 6 because I think he's been the most consistent and the longest tenured on that defense for right now. I think you kind of have to go with him.
And this is what we project him to be this year, correct?
Well, remember, we're not trying to do projections just yet.
Okay.
I mean, we just know what these guys'
right.
body of work
I'm
is.
cool with Payne being there then, because it was either going to be Payne or Newton for me. But Newton's got to show a little bit more, I know.
There you go. Because I was going to say, for me, I had Newton at number 9.
Yeah, I hyped up Newton coming out of Illinois, so I expect
I did too.
Yeah, with more playing time,
Yeah.
he'll shine. He's one of those guys. He just needs more reps so people can see the quality.
And we expect for him to be a stud this year, man.
Well, I expect him to be a key cog in whatever front that they decide to run. And they talked about doing a whole lot of different looks anyway, and he's pretty athletic. No matter where you line him up, he's going to be a disruptor.
Yeah, and you have to think about it this way too. When you look at his body of work, you saw the flashes
when he's on the field,
and the flashes were explosions. I mean, they were like, wow, this guy. That's the guy I saw at Illinois. I remember seeing him terrorize my school. And I'm thinking when Washington drafted him, Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, that's not chopped liver now.
No, when you're in the Big Ten has got a lot of good edge rushers and linebackers coming out.
I mean, the Conference of Champions, I mean, he's coming from that as the best defender.
But yes,
they're the Conference of Champions.
I know,
yes, they have all the hardware in every category.
They added UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA added us. How about that? Okay. So, you think about that. He has the potential to be, if not their best and most explosive defensive player or lineman. He's going to be right there this year.
I mean, I'll go a step further. He needs to be the best and most explosive.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
Because the one thing that's going to be missing on this defense, no matter what they do, no matter what the game plan is they need consistent disruptors, right? Because there's so much more you can do when you got a guy on your line that needs to be double teamed. And again, that's the one thing the Commanders have been missing for who knows how long, right? They need somebody that when they're lined up, the game plan is we got to stop this guy. We got to get 2 bodies on him. We got to do something with this guy.
So, this is the thing. I think, okay, when this is all said and done, we'll go back and look at this list, and it'll probably have a lot of the same guys on it, maybe reshuffled, reordered. But I think you're going to see guys like Leo Chanel. You're going to see guys like Chig Okonkwo. You're going to see Sonny Styles. You're going to see a lot of these guys put their name in this top 10. But we're talking about as of today, we haven't seen those guys' body of work yet. We haven't seen them on the field in Washington. We've seen them at Ohio State. We've seen them in Kansas City. We've seen them in Tennessee. But we haven't seen them play yet. In a game, a regular season game for Washington. So that's the reason why they're not on this list right now. We're talking about guys who we know what their body of work is. All right, so we have Deron Payne at 6, Johnny Newton, you said at 7.
I can keep him at 9 where you had him.
At 9, because at 7, I think you got to go Frankie Louvu.
Frankie Louvu, yes.
Yes, all right. So Frankie Louvu at 7. And then number 8, this is tough. I'm going to go Mikey Sainristil.
I want to go Mikey Sainristil, but I can't shake what I saw. I know 85%, 85% of that was coaching, or scheme. But man, like there are some elements of it where you're still just like, man, this is still like 1 + 1 = 2, right? Like I don't care what scheme you're running, like your assignment, you got to keep up with. He this
did
guy.
lead them with 4 interceptions too, though.
Yeah, no, he played the ball well. Like,
I mean, that's what he did at Michigan when they asked him to roam and do his thing, a former converted wide receiver at Michigan. This is the kind of stuff that they wanted to see him do, track the football. They were horrible last year as far as creating turnovers.
Yeah, they really need that. That was a big part of their run back when they went to the NFC Championship. Like they were good for a turnover
and
game.
Especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You remember that run with Mikey leading the charge. They were everywhere. Quan Martin, of all people, was picking off passes in that playoff run. Last year, we didn't see any of that. Mikey led him with 4. So I'm going to put Mikey.
I'll go with Mikey because Trey Amos is hurt and like had some nicked up problems.
And we know he's going to be in this top 10 ultimately.
Yeah, I expect Trey Amos to be the guy.
Yeah, so, the guy. He's going to be their number 1 corner, but we just need to see the buy. I mean, a guy like Amik Robinson, I mean, he's going to be a big key piece for them in the secondary. Will Harris, Nick Cross, but again, Will Harris was hurt in his first year, for a good portion of it with the broken fibula and then or tibula. And then, we talked about Trey Amos was hurt, missed, I think, the final 7 games or something. Yeah. So again, we're talking about guys body of work. All right. So I think, at 6, 7, and 8, we've got that covered, So at number 9, Johnny Newton.
Mm-hmm.
And then at number 10, gotta put the OG up in there. Just way.
And it's not a knock on the Commanders defense. It's just like if you look at the depth chart.
It was a knock from last year.
Yeah. They stunk last year. But I know they have the team has made a big deal about improvements, and I know a lot of Jews coming in with the new coaching staff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is still a committee on the defensive side of the ball. It's a group of guys that honestly need to play their roles. And if they all play their roles, you got a pretty solid defense. But outside of Sonny Styles, who people project to be like the next stud, or one of the next studs, you're going to be dependent on a lot of guys who have honestly just been kind of role players, like Chason and a couple other people that they brought in. But if they come in as the specialist and they do well in their specialty, then you got a winning defense that you've built. So I don't want people to hear us not put defensive players in the top 10 and think that there's some bias. But if we're being honest, this is the unit that has the most to prove this year,
without question,
or has the most questions coming in around it. We know if Jaden's healthy, if Terry's healthy, if yada yada is healthy on the offensive side of the ball, we've actually seen them excel. We need to see the defense match the offense.
All right, so let me ask you this, because I know that there's some people out there right now that are like, Blake, man, you've been hyping up Sonny and you didn't put him in there. Let me ask you, Alan, you go back 2 years ago when Jaden Daniels, before he had a regular season snap, would you have put him in the Commanders' top 10 before he even played it down?
Jaden?
Yeah.
No. Absolutely
right. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like, again, this is no bias here between Alan and myself. We're saying guys who we've seen play in burgundy and gold already, not the new faces, because we do look. We hope those new faces crack top 10.
I think
because if that's the case, they'll be good.
I think doing that to rookies is bad juju. You're setting yourself up for disappointment, man. Like, I mean, the Niners have had a couple guys come in that I think we had expectations to be all-time greats and things like that.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, again, it's the guys like Kittle and Warner who are the most consistent performers for us that we drafted and didn't, expect too much out of them. So I try to temper my expectations with rookies that come in because there's a learning curve.
It absolutely is. I'm a little surprised with you, though, because I thought you would fight somehow to squeeze Bill in there.
Bill, no, because I want Bill to prove people wrong, right? I want Bill to show people what I see in Bill, because obviously I'm by myself.
Would you think no, I do. I think he's a featured back. I think he's their number one back.
Yeah, I think he should be RB1 when this is all said and done. Yeah. But I will say again, the one red flag, and I have to be a little bit about
catching the football.
Not catching the ball and those freaking fumbles, man. It's never a good time when he fumbles the ball. You just cannot have that happen.
But you know what? He didn't fumble a lot. He
figured something out along the way.
Well, he knew that a paycheck might get cut.
It's the it was the punch
your livelihood. Exactly.
I don't understand coming in, especially with his running style, while he wasn't ready for that. But I think at one point during the season,
a year off of rust too.
Yeah, I think at one point during the season, Quinn and them talked to him and they fixed it. But a lot of his turnovers were coming from the extra man punching the ball out. So he had to make some adjustments. But he is your home run guy out of that backfield, whether people like it or not. He is.
No. He's. I mean, you heard Trent say the same thing. This guy's explosive.
Yeah, no, bro. He's moving at a different speed. He's one of those guys that he's faster in person than he looks on TV.
Yeah, and and Connolly said, Josh Connolly told me, he said it when we had him in the bubble. That he's impressed with the running back room, that they all look explosive. Andrew Wiley said the same thing. And obviously Trent did. So these are linemen that are saying they're touting their running backs behind them. And Washington's got, 3 or 4 of these guys that all do different things really well. So you don't necessarily need the one Jahmyr Gibbs or Saquon or
it's nice to have it,
Robinson. No, you they have a collection that they hope can equal one of those guys as a unit. So yeah, so I like that breakdown. That was clean, man. That was clean. So once again, this is our top 10 right now going into 2026. And obviously, again, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the Commanders' top 10 players going into this season. And we're not talking about any of the new guys because they still have to prove it. They have to prove it in burgundy and gold. Okay. So right now we have Jaden Daniels 1, Terry McLaurin 2, Laramie Tunsil 3, Josh Connerly Jr. 4, Sam Cosme 5, Deron Payne 6, Frankie Louvu 7, Mikey Sanristo 8, Johnny Newton 9, and the punter, the OG, the old man, Tressway at 10. He was a Pro Bowler last year, man.
Tress gets my respect, man. A consistent punter is a blessing, especially in those games where you're not getting the offensive production. You're getting a lot of 3 and outs. We've talked about the Commanders' woes on third down anyway. Like, you need a punter. If you don't have a great third down offense, you're not extending drives, you're going to need to help your defense out with field position.
He's the epitome of consistency, is Tressway. Speaking of consistency, we've consistently heard about Brandon Aiyuk. I've talked about it for several months, and it's picked up steam and picked up legs, but there's a lot of the fan base that doesn't want the young man now. So when we come back, we're going to talk about that. Is it yay or nay, in your opinion, for Brandon Aiyuk? If you want to reach out to us, all you have to do is call us at 804-327-0888. You're listening to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show right here on ESPN Radio. The Lake Lewis Jr. Show right here on ESPN Radio. And we come back into this music, and Alan thinks he's slick because he's playing Wild Thing, and I already know where he's going with it.
What do you mean? It's just a bumper, man.
Yeah, is it? Because we're also talking about the fact that we're getting ready to talk about Brandon Aiyuk. So are you implying he's wild, man?
Not at all. I would never imply something like that.
See, this is going to be fun because this year when you come up there with me, it's just going to be interesting to see when these guys pull up, like what's going to happen.
I'm always going to be professional, obviously. Shoot, I was in the same room with Kyle Shanahan and we didn't get to fighting. I asked him a couple questions and kept it moving, man. So I can compose myself. And I don't have a personal issue with Brandon Aiyuk.
Of course you don't.
In fact, there's at least 45 to 48% of this. I actually don't blame him. I actually support him on it. And then there's like the other 51%. However, I'm just like, man, I don't know, man, bro.
So you're not in his camp if you 51%.
I know, man. That's what I said. It's a part of me is like, I can let some of it go, but I just don't know, man. And it is what it is. I as a fan, I have no animosity towards him. This is strictly talking business.
Yeah, I still say this though for everyone out there. I'm still as my phone's just going off, man. This is crazy. I'm on the air. So, there's no former player from Pee Wee High School, Arizona State, 49ers. I haven't heard one player say that this guy's a bad teammate or a bad dude or anything like that. None of the above. And in today's world, people pile on when they have things to say when they know they're not going to see you anymore. And no one's done it. So again, we're talking about a football player. And I know he just recently talked about he's going to be joining the Commanders soon.
Yeah, that's what he keeps saying.
So
my question is, are the Commanders because
they haven't said anything
and they can't. Yeah,
right.
Because it would be considered tampering. But
right.
I'm just like, man, if they are, or if they have had conversations with you, you are making it extra hot.
But you know what they haven't done either? They haven't refuted.
Yeah,
anything.
Of course not. Because sometimes giving attention to certain things makes those things seem valid. Yeah. So sometimes it's best to stay quiet. I learned that at a very young age.
My parents, man. Yeah. I tell you, I just had this conversation with Janine today at the pool. I literally said that came off wrong. Yeah. We were in the pool though. So but my parents used to always say, sometimes being silent is the loudest noise you can make.
Yeah.
They used to also say the loudest person in the room is normally the person that has nothing to say.
Yeah, that's why I'm viewing Aiyuk.
See, there you go. I do think the young man probably should tone it down.
A smidge.
But that's just me. That's just Lake. That doesn't mean it's right. That doesn't mean that that's the blueprint and the way to do it. I just think that everyone knows he's salty and he's upset with the 49ers.
Well, I will say this, in the NFL, these players have to have some kind of bravado and extreme to them when they want to get out of situations, because it's not like the NBA where you can be Jaylen Brown and be subliminal about not wanting to be there and they get rid of you immediately. Like, or in Giannis' case, say you don't want to be there anymore and they get rid of you too. Like the NFL will just ride it out, man.
But what do you think would have happened if Brandon would have said, if he would have taken the road LeBron just took with the Lakers, thank him for his time there, and just say, but it's time to move on. It's just time to part ways, but no animosity, no ill feelings or anything like that. If he had done it that way, do you think they would have released him already?
If not released, they probably would have actively looked to trade him. I don't see how the Niners could view this as having trade value. And so
there is no trade value.
So that's probably making them mad. And then too, with the money situation, this is what I was doing earlier in the program. I went back and looked, but I don't think he did the rehab and stuff like they wanted. So they've already voided some of the guarantee. They're not going to take the financial hit that people think they're going to take if they have to pay him.
Yeah.
So that also would incentivize them to look for a trade partner if he wasn't consistently devaluing his trade value. And I think he's doing that, if I can try to get into his mind. From a strategical standpoint, he is in control of his destination by giving them no option to trade him.
Yeah.
Going strictly to a release. He can pick where he wants to go, and he obviously wants to go to Washington. If he had trade value and he wanted to go to Washington, we could send him anywhere, right? Because there's plenty of people that would take Aiyuk on their team.
Oh yeah,
production-wise.
That's a great point. I think it's just me. I just from what I'm hearing, I kind of think you're going to see him tone it down a little bit now, down the stretch. I think enough has been said, enough has been done, enough has been talked about. It's just going to be, you're going to hear about the signing when it happens, or if it does happen. But I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of chatter going on anymore, because at this point, damage has been done. Everyone knows that this is.
It's on the internet. It's permanent.
It
really is.
Kiddos. That's why we say, watch what you do.
Serious.
Because when you say something, you can't recant it.
Nah.
You can go look and scrub and try to do all that stuff, but it's out there, so you got to be careful. So I like I said, I think that this thing's going to quiet down until it's done. And then, all hell breaks loose.
We got a texter said better than Debo. I agree. In some spots, he is.
So you said I had a caller on?
Yeah, it dropped, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. I apologize to the gentleman who called. You can call back if you want. We just, this is what happens when we get into this good stuff in an hour's time span. So the question is that we were asking, if you want to chime in, all you have to do is call us at 804-327-0888. Is it yay or nay with Aiyuk at this point right now? Not how you felt in the beginning, but where you are today as of July 2nd at 3:32 p.m.
I have enough faith in the guys in the locker room of the Commanders, having been in there several times, that I would take the risk, because if he doesn't act right, I know I got guys in there that'll straighten him out.
Do they?
Yeah, bro. Laramie Tunsil definitely ain't going for that nonsense. I'm gonna go straight to him. Laramie Tunsil and at least 2/3 of that offensive line.
See, when you say that,
Javon Kinlaw, Deron Payne, man, them dudes is not gonna sit there in that locker room and let this man act crazy.
But see, that's where I guess my mind as an insider was a little different there, because I'm thinking the prima donnas check the prima donnas, but here you go with your offensive.
I'm thinking
the goons.
Yeah,
basically.
Seriously, Kinlaw and them dudes, man, they you can tell they're
Big Trent.
They are short fused when it comes to this kind of nonsense and distractions. There's certain things like contracts and things like that. Yeah, guys will be quiet on that. But if you out here just saying crazy stuff online and whatnot, man, no. They're not going for that.
You might get slapped.
Ain't no mic to it. I promise you we would hear a story out of that. They are not going for that. And so knowing what I know, like if I didn't have that kind of a vibe, if I had never been in the locker room, I would absolutely be like, no, not at all. But knowing what I know about those guys that are on this particular roster this year, again, I can name at least 5 to 6 guys absolutely would check him at the door if this nonsense continues. So if I'm
And I
planning
think his
them,
coach would check him.
yeah. If I'm and Peters
Coach
would
Quinn
too.
would check him.
Pete-
Adam Peters would check
Peters
him.
would have obviously has a relationship with them. So with all those things, entailed, I'm not too concerned. And again, that's just me, right? As of today. But if he gets what he wants and he shows up to Washington and he's still out here speeding down 95 and some crazy stuff like that, nah, bro.
Well, I was just about to say you can't speed down 95 in DC because there's so much traffic.
I mean,
but there are pockets.
They
where
do find a way.
Yeah, unfortunately, bad things have happened
They
from
do
those
find a
things.
way.
Yeah, they do. That's my hometown. You threw a slight at my town, man.
Nah, man.
That's
The state troopers do a great job of getting them tickets out on 95. That's why I take the tolls.
So when
man.
people ask me from back home all the time, what do you like about Richmond? And I'm like, bro, not that I love the fact that in Richmond, it's not that much traffic here.
Nah, not compared to where you.
No.
Not compared to
I
where
mean,
you're from.
it's a little bit for me to get in here, but I mean,
No.
seriously,
I'll take
I'll take 20 minutes over 2 hours to go
I'll
2
take
miles.
Poe White over 95 any day, and that 64 beach traffic, man. Getting stuck in that tunnel, nah, they can keep all that.
So I need to learn something here real quick before we go to commercial, because that's a Richmond thing. So obviously, the first time I came down here, I literally asked Janine, I'm like, is it Poe White? Is that how you say that? But then I looked out, I think it's Powhite.
Man, I'm a Richmond transplant, and my aunt has lived here all her life, and she pronounced it Poe White. So that's
how she pronounced it.
Just
too.
like Parham is Parham because that's what my aunt said. And
See, I thought it was Parham.
the folks I talk to say Parham, so I say Parham. I don't know.
So
what I'm talking about when I say it.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm wrong probably, but yeah, it's a lot of things, man. Like Shockoe Bottom, I'm hearing all these
Shockoe.
these different places, and I'm like, is that how you say that? Really?
Shockoe's,
just like that?
When I was young, Shockoe was the elephant graveyard, man. We couldn't go past 17. So we was just at the edge of Shockoe. We had to
I think
come
they
back
call
home.
it the bottom now, right?
Yeah, I'm sure the young people do.
Yeah, well, so
it's not my vibe anymore, man.
I mean, I don't have to go that way. I don't have to go that. I just have to go from Scott's Addition, literally right here. I don't even know the highway I drive on to get here to this place, but I know how to get here. I'm a visual person.
As long as you know how to get here.
Yeah, I'm a visual person. So, all right. So final verdict is yay for Brandon Aiyuk.
Yeah, I'll say yay. I'm because
shocked, man. I really am.
I mean, it's business. Like if I know there are things in place. Let's use Ron Artest as an example, right?
Boy.
And because Ron Artest was a wild card,
but he was a goon.
But when he got to the Lakers, if you go back and look at either Kobe or somebody, I think even Ron Artest said it.
He was on his best behavior.
The first thing Kobe did was pull up on him and tell him, you're going to do this. You're going to play this way. We're going to go out here. We're going to win games, but we're not going to have that nonsense on this team.
I need you locking up dudes on the court.
And what did he do? He responded. He respected that. He adhered to that as best as Ron Artest could. And they had a great partnership, relationship, and everything else. Same concept here.
Well,
if Aiyuk get somebody to talk to him before he come in and look him in the eye, I think it'll be fine.
Alan, I don't even think he's going to need that. And the reason why I say that is because this is where he obviously wants to be. He's got his close friend here. And I think he's smart enough to understand if you fail here,
oh yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You're done. You're playing, in the other leagues because you're done. So I truly believe that. People always say, no, talent will always get you an opportunity.
No, he ain't that talented.
No. Listen.
He ain't that talented.
Ask your boy, AB how that worked.
Yeah,
out.
he ain't that
when
talented.
He took his shirt off, I said that's the last time you'll see him on an NFL field.
Yeah.
Period.
He ain't that talented. And again, the league will definitely put you in a box to humble you if you think you're going to upstage people.
Trust me.
You got to be like Tom Brady level, Patrick Mahomes level. I don't even think Jamar Chase could get away with that.
No.
I don't think Jetta could get away with it.
No.
Seriously.
But that's the last guy we would ever see.
Yeah, and I'm saying, and they're on a way different level.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, AJ Brown's barely getting away with it.
No, he got traded because of it.
And the only spot I think that really would have took him was the Patriots.
Because they're wide receivers strapped. They need that. They need one of those guys. So
I wouldn't play that game.
Good stuff, man. All right, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this works out. I do think it's gonna get quiet before everything happens. So, listen, folks, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, it's munchy time. It's good times, man, because I'm excited. Nikki's homemade salsa. They're making another appearance. Alan, you prepared to eat on the air?
I'm ready.
I made sure it wasn't hot though. It's going to be the mild version because we still need to talk here, for our listeners. So
I got water right next to me just in case, although it doesn't really help.
You see this big old canister right here. It's got filled up with ice. I'm prepared. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we will have our good friends from Nikki's Homemade Salsa joining us in studio. We're still talking sports, folks, but you might hear some crunching and some chips and all that good stuff. So just hang tight right here on the Lake Lewis Jr. Show. Welcome back, everyone. Lake Lewis Jr. Show. It's the final segment, and we're going to have a lengthy final segment, and we're going to have some good friends of mine, and they're wonderful sponsors of the show, but just genuinely, like I said, just great people, and I'm going to bring them in a second. But we always do first here on this show. That's what this show's known for. We like to do some first, and there's going to be a first on this show today because they say back in the day, when I was in school at Penn State, and Alan probably thought he was going to get through a show without hearing about good old blue and white, but when I was at Penn State, in journalism classes and stuff, you were told things that you're not supposed to do on the air. You're not supposed to eat or drink on the air. Well, screw all that because today we are going to eat on the air. And what we're going to eat is we're going to eat Nikki's homemade salsa. I'm telling you, I am addicted to this right now. And I just bought, I got
a grievance. Hold on.
What?
This is the second time you had this gentleman in here and tried to pull me into an argument about Penn State. I told you I'm a Penn State fan. It's my favorite school.
See, I got backup today.
Yeah, exactly.
I got backup.
Exactly.
They had a daughter that was there too. So, some money went to that school like my money did. So,
you said Penn State wrestling. You got it, bud. You got it. I'm cool.
Penn State, I'm trying to get them on. Penn State wrestling is a dynasty.
Yeah, we got to get them up there. It's like a road trip.
It's an actual dynasty. So, folks, this is what we're going to do today. I want to show you something that I think that is really important here. And Alan is in the booth eating, and it's this right here, folks. It's Nikki's homemade salsa, and I'm telling you, this is the medium one. And I'm wimping out, and I'm having the mild. Alan's over there eating the medium, and he got up. I think his mouth might be.
I was turning on the light. Look, I've been building my tolerance, man, because I had some from the last time you guys gave.
You were looking for your water. That's what you were doing.
I'm good to go, man. I'm crushing it.
So let's bring in our guest here. Welcome back to the program. And you guys do realize that you have something special here.
Yes.
And Trent Scott, Big Trent Scott, dogged this stuff. When we were in the bubble. And he was eating the hot flavor. And I'm like, the medium gets me. The hot flavor is super hot. So I have to ask you, because I was told, I like to cook a lot, but I was told when you use like really spicy things, it'll get in your pores. Does your salsa burn you?
No.
And it's fresh. Alan, you can smell it, right?
Absolutely.
Alan's not. You see how he paused before he answered that?
I did.
Just making sure my mic is on.
No,
man.
you're making sure your tongue is still in your mouth.
I'm telling you, I'm fine. I got the tolerance up. Look, by the next time we have them on, I'm gonna be up to hot.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm working on it, man. This is fine right now.
You guys know I keep receipts, right? So I'm remembering that you said this.
I'm gonna be right there.
So this is something that I do want our listeners to know. Like, seriously, this is so good. I can't eat other salsa anymore. I can't. It's just, it doesn't do it for me. And I'm going through these 2 jars. I'm going through 2 tonight. I can assure you that because it's the one thing I love about it, Alan, is it's loose salsa. It's not too thick. I don't like thick salsa. So is that something that you've actually, you made it a point not to have thick salsa?
Well, most people I found lately likes it the way I make it now. But
Yeah.
when I first started off, it was a little thicker.
Mhm.
But as I progressed with everything else, that wins. Maybe 1 or 2 people would say, if it could be a little thicker, just 1 or 2 people, but that's it. And they still buy it.
No,
so.
this is the way it goes because I put this on fish.
Yeah.
I put this on my eggs. Like I'm hooked, man. This isn't a promo, folks. This is real live stuff here. This is real. And Alan is a person that talks a lot. And I don't hear him over there. What's going on?
I'm good.
He's eating it. So this is good for people like when you're watching games like last night, the USA soccer game. This the kind of stuff you want for that right there. Yeah. Alan, you were doing that, right?
Yeah, I was. I just didn't have any of theirs. Unfortunately, I run out. But I'm definitely gonna ask you to, share the wealth.
Hey,
we got another round, baby. We got the round of 16.
We do have a round of 16. And speaking of sports, have you guys done any tailgates or anything like that?
Not yet.
Okay, so that's coming up.
It's coming.
Yeah, that's coming. And we're gonna make sure we have this out for tailgates. I mean, this is football food. I mean, it really is, so you guys have something special here. And I'm liking the jersey today. You see that
jersey?
You see the jersey, Alan? Look, see, he can't even speak over there in the booth. This is in video too, folks. So you can watch this on YouTube.
They watch me eat,
and you're going to see Alan eating, over there. So who's number 10? Do you know?
I have no idea who number 10 is. Sarcasm.
When you bought that jersey, did you know who that was?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's my guy, by the way.
He bought
it.
We got to get that signed.
Yeah.
For
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. We're gonna get that signed for you. That's what it is. So
that's year number 1.
Yeah.
Season hadn't even started. I got his jersey for her. She didn't know who he was.
Really?
Yeah, because he had just signed with.
That's okay. That's okay. That's my guy. We're gonna get that signed. So I got injured playing with him. So let's I did. I really did. So let's talk about tomorrow, because tomorrow I want to let everyone know I have a fan show called Fan Friday, and it's fans from all over the world, literally. And I mean that. When you come in, you'll see that there's, someone from Istanbul, Turkey comes in, someone from Ghana comes in. We've got a guy from Alaska coming. That's not a different country. That's just a different location of the United States, just, geographically. So that. But we have you coming in.
That's right. I'm coming in tomorrow.
And he's coming in as a Giants fan.
Oh, so into the fire.
Into the den. So no, it's okay though, because that's what we want. We want the show to progress, and we want the show to be open for all NFL fans. So you too, you're more than welcome to come in. All you have to do is email me. I'm going to give you an email. If you email me at thelakelewisjrshow@gmail.com, someone will get back to you and get you in. But it's via Zoom. So are you prepared for the video?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You wearing Giant stuff?
I break out the LT.
Okay.
I mean, you can't argue with the LT.
I mean, you can't. Where's LT from, Alan?
Right down the street, baby.
Literally. Yeah. So you can't argue with that at all. Miss Nikki, are you going to be in?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it would be good. I think it would be good.
Rooms in the house.
I do wonder sometimes, how does that work out? With her being a Commanders fan and you being a Giants guy, and Washington having beat the Giants, kind of frequently, of late, right?
Yeah,
Didn't want to bring that up. Didn't want to bring that up. Now, speaking of that, we can go historical terms here. I do remember Jim Burt from the Giants knocking out Joe Montana in a playoff game. You don't remember that, do you?
Well, I was a baby, probably. I didn't even catch much. I didn't catch much of Montana. But my lore with the Giants is, according to legend, the play action came from Lawrence Taylor being basically unstoppable. So we had to come up with something, and that was the concept they came up with, was the play action, to kind of slow him down and try to get an extra man on him or give the blocker time to block him. So. When I came into my football viewership, it was the tail end of Montana's era, a little bit of Steve Young, but Lawrence Taylor, I think, was also towards the tail end of his productive years.
He was something.
Oh, I mean, I'm well versed on the lore.
Ever?
Yes,
he said that unequivocally.
Well versed on the lore, and he comes in to do, or he used to come in and do charity golf. Yeah, and he would stay at the Marriott that I worked at, and I mean. I joked with him one time and called him Shark, and it's Lawrence Taylor. He is exactly.
Is Lawrence the greatest defensive player of all time? Seriously. I mean, you can make an argument for it, but would you give it to him?
He's on Mount Rushmore for that.
Yeah.
He's my favorite, but I can't diss Reggie White. I just feel like
Reginald, man. Reginald, man.
That was a different
monster.
Fan of the Eagles, but
that's a good one. Man.
I saw that man.
We'll give Reggie love with the Packers.
Hold on. Look.
Okay.
I saw Reggie Allen. I saw Reggie Allen move Larry Allen. Reggie White moved Larry Allen like he was a baby. That was enough for me.
That's not normal.
Poor Chris Carter got used as a tackle dummy thrown into the quarterback or something. I still don't understand what was the concept to have him blocking Reggie White coming off the edge. Like, who designed that and thought that was a good idea?
A bad coach.
Yeah,
that probably wasn't coaching long. That's just normal.
He turned a grown man into a missile. I don't want no parts of that.
That was something. So, and it's funny you say that because when you mention Reggie White, because my top three are probably going to be, and in no particular order,
right?
But it's probably going to be Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, and Ray Lewis. I mean,
see, I try to keep my guys that went after the quarterback separate from the linebackers, and I thought Aaron Donald worked his way into that top three.
Absolutely in the conversation,
which to me was hard to do, and is one of my least favorite conversations is when the people ask Aaron Donald.
Who would you
White.
Move off though? I mean, which one of those three would you move off that island and put Aaron Donald in their place?
See, I don't think I can.
That's what. See,
Ray Lewis was just so great.
Well, Mount Rushmore is 4 people.
Yeah,
that's right. So Aaron can be the fourth on the mountain.
I would put him as a fourth, and then just tell anybody arguing with me it's just preference. I would hide behind that. It's my preference. So as far as the salsa, this would be like a ranking, as far as the Mount Rushmore, all of it's on the Mount Rushmore for the salsa. But Alan, you had the hot. I haven't had the hot yet. I had the mild and I had the medium.
Oh, I thought when we had the samples last time
maybe
were
I
here.
did have the hot.
He had the hot.
I had the hot.
Yeah,
okay.
You did because you weren't talking at all.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
Okay.
I'm working my way back up, man.
Okay. So
it's my rookie year.
As far as the rankings of the salsa, because you got hot, medium, mild.
I'm gonna go with medium, hot, mild.
Medium, hot, mild.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, that just makes me.
That's
feel,
my rating too.
See?
Oh, wow, that makes me feel
we go.
really, really whimpery here. If there's such a word, because I was gonna go mild, medium, hot. The hot is good. Don't get me wrong, but see, Alan, they told me probably what happened. So when we ran into them over the weekend, they explained to me that the hot kind of had sat and it probably fermented. You know what I mean? It just,
and you probably caught one of them peppers.
And there was no probably about it. I did, and I think I caught it from the very beginning, and it did me in. It was it was that hot. So
I don't mess with the hot.
Oh, you don't mess with the hot either.
I'm between the hot and the medium, depending on what I'm putting it on.
So I'm gonna get this medium as soon as I sign off here in the next minute or so. I'm gonna get on this medium.
I mean, I'm out.
And Alan, I'm gonna let you go home with a jar, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna hook you up, man. I'm gonna hook you up. I wish it was a hot one though. I would have given you that one for sure.
Them refs at VAR have no idea what's coming to them.
Man, I feel so bad about that last night. That was just a horrific call against the U.S. They still won. They still advanced. Yes. So hopefully when we come back on Tuesday, the U.S. will be moving into a round of 8. Oh my goodness gracious. If they can do that, they'll be playing Spain probably. That would be something. And then we'll have to have a toast with the salsa on that one. So listen, my friends, greatly appreciate you guys coming in and gifting us with some more salsa. We're not gifting us, folks. We got to take care of them. So, and there's a website that will be coming up where you can get this as well. And we'll make sure we'll be plugging that for you as well. So have a great evening, my friends. Be safe out there. And remember, check out tomorrow, The Fan Show. And then we'll be back on Tuesday. So have a great weekend.